Imagine you reach success in just 2 years. You accomplish all of your goals, but then it gets to your head. The Jeffrey part of your brain will keep you blind to your weaknesses. For many people, success leads to failure because they allow their Jeffrey brains to take over. Be careful. I had a conversation with my friend Nabil just 1 or 2 days ago, and he was asking me more about like my story, and of course he's watched a bunch of my YouTube videos, but he asked me a lot more about my story. He was pretty surprised and shocked when I fully, reiterated to him that I started this 2 years ago. Not just the YouTube channel, the videos, but literally 90% of my self-improvement. The one thing that I've been doing longer than 2 years is weightlifting. But I have been on this journey for 2 years, and I often forget that because I speak like, I'm the leader and I'm so amazing and stuff. I do come to the videos and tell you my mistakes and my lessons learned, and I do practice humility, but making these videos and giving you my learning lessons and 100,000 young men, like really imagine this. Imagine getting out your phone, imagine getting out your camera, recording a video where you talk about your mistakes and your learning lessons and advice for people, and 100,000 young men watch you every day, and now twice a day. It's a lot of responsibility. And so I'm constantly reminded of the importance of character traits, because it's awesome, me coming in and saying like, yo guys, look at me, I've got such a good body, and guys, look at me, I've been meditating, but it's time for me to display like higher levels of character inside of my personality. And the one thing that I struggle with the most, which I aim to really improve on, is humility. Humility is the act of defying your ego, and your ego is kind of like the Jeffrey brain inside of you that is kind of like arrogant and obnoxious and thinks that you're better than everyone else. And that is me. I am incredibly egotistical. And I don't say that, to like reaffirm the beliefs in my mind. I think it's just an objective fact. And you may have seen, we've got to talk about this, you may have seen like there's like beef with me and another creator on YouTube called Sneeko. And I feel ashamed for getting into this because I literally make videos saying not to get engaged in like internet drama and beef, and I literally make fun of people who go onto fucking like Twitter just to like argue with people and say like, oh my god, this person's right wing and I'm left, like people just argue online. And I've always found it cringe, I've always found it just weird. And 2 years ago I went on something called a dopamine detox. It's not like scientific shit, but like pretty much I've drastically reduced like dopamines, like bad habits, especially things like social media and the internet and everything. And so it's very strange for me that in those 2 years I've been sucked in where I feel like I've kind of regressed and I've went back into like old ways, because I used to be a fucking dick. I still am a little bit, but I used to be a fucking dick, causing like arguments on YouTube, causing like arguments on like Facebook, and like, just saying like mean shit to people in comments and just trolling people. I used to do that all the time up until about 2 years ago, and I realized it's not good for your mental health. It's not productive. It's not, you're not gaining anything from it. You're not learning from it. And so me and this other YouTuber named Sneeko, you might already know his videos. I didn't really explain this in the best way that I could, and I went on to like one of his live streams and I didn't present myself in the best way. I didn't bring like the best arguments. I didn't like visualize success beforehand. I didn't have like hype men around me or anything. So I went in just kind of like emotional and just saying stupid shit, and like, I retaliated and we settled the beef, and it was fine. But then I said some stupid, you know what I mean? It's like, I think about it and I'm just cringe, because I'm like, this is not what men of character do. This is not the best way that I can behave. I insulted a guy for no reason. I made fun of him, and like, I can throw back some jokes and stuff, fair enough, but I took it too far. I was like, I'm that guy where like, if someone's making a silly joke, for some reason I'll take it seriously, I'll get offended. I'm really sensitive and insecure or something. And so I'll come back and say like, oh, but isn't your mum dead though? Just thinking that that's like the appropriate response to someone just kind of like teasing you. And so I apologized for that, but then it got kind of like heated again, because I said, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's a mind fuck. I literally woke up maybe about 4:30, like in my mind, like, yeah, fuck that, fuck that guy, like, yeah, like, all these arguments, and I like literally had to regulate myself, and I was like, bro, breathe. Where has your self-improvement practice gone? Where's like those fucking months and years of meditation and journaling? Come on, like, let's see that now, Hamza. And so I let myself slip, and I wanted to apologize for that. I wanted to come onto camera and in front of 100,000 daily viewers say, yep, totally made a big mistake. And this is a big lesson in humility and ego. Right now, you might be watching this and not really think about these two words, humility and ego. I promise you, with the path that you're on, the progress that you're making, you're a young man striving for success, you're ambitious, you're making great progress in the gym, maybe in business or careers. You're gonna reach a good level of success that will inevitably inflate your ego. And it's all about the lesson of just not letting your ego blind you and make you so sensitive, because if you have this perception of yourself like I do, that you're so amazing, you transformed your life, you're such a sick guy, and look, you've got like a YouTube channel, you've got a business, or you've been getting so much better grades than usual in school, and you've built this physique. It's so easy to think, yep, I'm up there, I'm so fucking amazing, I'm better than everyone else. And then when there is a criticism to you, when someone just teases you, you're very sensitive to that, which shows a great level of insecurity inside of you. I had to ground myself, and my friend Nabil really helped me with this. He came in last night and we really talked about what I would say in this video. I had to ground myself and remind myself, I'm 2 years into this journey. This is gonna be like my life's pathway. Of course, the way that I teach these lessons might change. YouTube might not be a thing 5, 10, 15 years from now. But I'm gonna stay on self-improvement for life. I'm gonna keep developing. I'm a lifelong student. I've already ingrained that in my personality. I'm literally gonna read books till the day I die. I'm gonna keep improving, and to think of the progress that I've made in 2 years, I'm very impressed by that. But I think it's just so easy for my ego to like heighten me up, and for me to think like, yes, I'm the best guy around, and anyone who criticizes me, anyone who disagrees with me is automatically wrong. And unsurprisingly, this situation with Sneeko, this internet beef, these arguments and stuff, it's gotten like a good amount of traction. I've just said in a recent video that I posted to this channel that like negative media pops off a lot more than positive media. We really want to go see like drama and breaking news. We really care about that stuff. Seeing two people butt heads is incredibly entertaining, especially if you've already been watching those people. And so both of our videos, my video and then his kind of reaction videos to my video, they've done really well. They've gained traction, so it's good for our YouTube channels. But I just don't think it's good for like brand image. But I was sat with Nabil, I was feeling negative about this. I was like, oh fuck, I feel like I made a mistake. Why did I go on that stream today? Why was I insulting to the guy? Like that's not like me at all. Like, I'm a little bit of like a teaser. Me and Sneeko are somewhat similar in our personality styles. We're the two biggest egotistical people on YouTube. And we kind of like tease people, and I make those jokes like, Hamza and stuff. But I came across in like a fucking dickhead way. And in the first video I made about him, I brought up like personal stuff which wasn't even related to what we were talking about. It was just like I found like information about him and just thought, oh yeah, well this is gonna make him look bad, let's do it. I forgot a lesson that I had learned previously, which was a very important lesson. And it's a video on my channel titled, "You realize you're talking to a real person, don't you?" In that video, I talked about like sort of beef with another YouTuber called Andrew. I feel like a dickhead with like, oh, I've got beef with like multiple guys, but like me and Andrew Kirby literally just started like speaking personally yesterday. It was a very nice conversation. So there's no like beef there with him at all. Like Andrew Kirby's like a self-improvement YouTuber. But at this time, about a year ago, I made this video saying, you realize you're talking to a real person, because I almost made like a sort of negative video about this other guy, this guy called Andrew Kirby, the self-improvement YouTuber. And I made it's almost like David and Goliath, like throwing rocks at the giant, and like you don't realize that the person on screen is actually kind of like a real person. You almost think that they're kind of like a character, and it's so easy to think, yep, they're playing a character. Like I think a lot of people think this about me. And then when I do meetups, so I do like meetups every now and then, I post on my Instagram and I say like, oh, I'm in Amsterdam, come meet me guys, and 50 guys will show up, 100 guys will show up. One of the statements that I hear quite often is, whoa, you're exactly like how you are on YouTube. Like it's not a character at all. I want to be able to like keep up a character for like 300 videos. And it's so easy to think like, oh yeah, well, this is the guy who's like a YouTuber, but it's not. The same way that I viewed Sneeko, I was like, oh yeah, he's that YouTuber who makes those videos. It's not. It's a guy who records videos of himself. It's kind of like a normal person to begin with, and then they gain a level of like clout and fame and success, and it almost creates like some kind of like magical aura around them that you kind of forget, oh yeah, this is literally like a real person with feelings. And so when I came at him in my video and I said like insulting shit, like I didn't even think, oh yeah, well this is gonna have some kind of emotional impact. And I laughed about it because he was emotional about it, and then so was I. I realized through all of this, of course, ego is one of my biggest problems, but I also realized that being quite emotional is also a big problem of mine. Because in self-improvement, a huge, like very, very interesting pillar of self-improvement is stoicism. It's an incredible philosophy. I've read a couple of books on it. I really love that mindset of like sort of being emotionally resistant. And I didn't utilize it in this situation. And I allowed my emotions to take me into a more negative, hateful place that was displaying like a lower level of character than I hope to have at this point in my self-improvement journey. I feel somewhat disappointed for that, but the final part of the conversation that I had with my friend yesterday, I felt way more positive because I just reframed it and I was like, how can I be grateful for this? And that's such a beautiful question to ask yourself, no matter what's going on. And I've asked this question with like some dark experiences, and I've literally like, I've helped a bunch of young guys. and told them to ask themselves this question: how can I be grateful for this? With the worst things that have happened in their lives. So we're talking like trauma, abuse, death of like close family members, and like, you know, like the kind of stuff that we hold in our minds for so long. And a lot of it is to do with like, you know, like parents and like parents being abusive to you and stuff. And it's this very important question. I know that's kind of off topic, but it's a very important question to just ask yourself when this like things happening in your life, whether it's like a stressful like natural event, whether it's like someone passing away, whether it's a mistake or a success or anything. Ask yourself this question: how can I be grateful for this? What could I be grateful for in this situation? Because I asked this yesterday, and straight away I just started smiling. I was like, this is my reminder of the importance of humility. And so straight away, it's like my self-improvement brain started like ticking. I was like, okay, so start reading Ego is the Enemy. Like, you recommended that to Sneeko, so read it yourself, you dumbass. Maybe go practice more stoicism and do some stoic journaling. You haven't meditated on your own death and like realize how insignificant you truly are. You should do that again because you think you're at the center of the universe. And like my brain starts ticking. I start telling these ideas to Nabil. He stands up and goes, yes, that's exactly it, and walks out. Like, message received. He knew, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. How can I be grateful for this situation? I really hope if there's one thing that you take from me in this entire video, just ask yourself that question. I promise you it's way more important, it's way more valuable than you think it is. At any point of your life, just ask yourself that question: how can I be grateful for this situation? Generally, the answer will be, it can be a learning lesson, and so the future version of myself doesn't have to go through the same kind of experience, or he can grow from that. And so Sneeko, I know you're watching this. You win the internet beef, bro. You win. Sneeko W, Hamza L, Lamza, as the boys have been saying. Lamza and fucking W Sneeko in the chat, everybody. Well done, bro. I really hope that leaves us. Like, I'm not gonna like respond. I'm not gonna be like jumping onto lives. I don't want to do that, bro. It's not even like, you know, oh, he's ducking my phone calls. My brain is not built for this kind of like interaction. I'm a very big overthinker. Like, maybe you are, Sneeko, and maybe some other people who are watching this are. But for me, if I get into some kind of like, you know, internet beef, into like argument with someone, bro, I'm thinking about that shit all day, bro. Come on, I don't want that in my mind. And it's like, 100%, bro, you win. You're fucking sick of like internet beefs and stuff. You win. Fucking W Sneeko, you know, you like that shit, bro. Fair enough. But there is something interesting that we can talk about, because I have seen a fair amount of comments from your fans and from mine saying that we should box each other. Bro, I'm already training hard. I really love this, and I've always said in a bunch of my videos, having competition against other guys is incredibly fulfilling. So that's something we can organize. I've been training Muay Thai for like the past 2 weeks in Thailand, and it might be one of the first things where I'm actually kind of like naturally kind of good at it. Like, I've only been training for like 2 weeks. I've done some kickboxing beforehand. If you would be up for a Muay Thai fight, that would be very interesting, because these fights are fucking brutal. I went to go see a fight with my friends in like a stadium nearby, and like the instructors from my gym, the Muay Thai gym that I go to, they were fighting. And in one of these fights, this fucking guy got bloodied up. He got like viciously like elbowed in the face like so many times. Like, the fights were brutal as fuck. 3-4 knockouts in the night. It's a very high discipline like lifestyle, like culture of Muay Thai, and I think it's incredible. If you'd be down for a Muay Thai fight, if that's something that you wanted to go practice, I'd fucking love that. If you just wanted to do like conventional boxing, I wouldn't mind switching over. Like, I'm really loving Muay Thai, and I actually really don't want to like stop, but I would think it would be like hype as fuck to like, you know, have an enemy in mind and to be thinking, yeah, like, you know, I'm gonna box Sneeko, I'm gonna like beat his ass and stuff. So I'm out. I'm gonna show him the importance of stretching. It seems like there's a lot of people who want to watch this. We can create a lot of hype with it, because those kind of like YouTube personality influencer boxing matches do quite well. We both have big audience sizes, can sell tickets for charity. My team will organize it. You just literally just train hard. We'll maybe do it 60 days from now, 120, like, I don't know how long we kind of need to practice for this. I'd have to like research it. Maybe like a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, something like that. If that's something you're down for, bro, I would start fucking hyping up for that shit, bro. And I say this with absolutely no disrespect, no continuing the beef like whatsoever. So if you're not interested, I completely understand. I'm training hard anyway, and my goals for this year was literally, okay, win your first amateur fight. And this would be a phenomenal, exciting way to achieve that goal. So if you're interested, let me know, bro. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah. Give me a kiss, Sneeko. Mwah.